that matters. You can just say, "Yeah, I'm gonna fuck you," despite how big you are.
Penis.
Wow.
Anyway, hey there, beer tubers. Welcome back to Greg's birthday episode. If you haven't noticed, a little
Cheers!
guy.
I'm
And,
36 years young.
Young. Well, you're always immature.
This is true.
Anyway, all right. So, what's everybody drinking tonight? I'll start with Greg because he's Greg.
Well, I just literally finished the Glenmorangie 19-year-old Scotch. I'm either gonna have something good or 2 more Landshark lagers. I haven't decided yet, so I'll let you know.
Nice. All right, moving right along to Mr. Chris, who's here and from back from what was the place you were at?
Sammy's in the States. Went over the river.
Very
Picked up
nice.
some stuff over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that later. I'm drinking a Lost Craft Eclipse beer, which, if you check out Off the Tent, here's a little plug, then you'll know that they sent me this before they canned it, which was pretty sweet of them.
I think I watched that, and it apparently was really good.
Yeah, and they go, "You nailed it," and I was like, "Yay!" Pat on the back, yay! Anyway, so this is their canned beer now. It's called Eclipse.
Cool.
Milkshake IPA, 6% alcohol. It's pretty.
Yeah, they had a nice piss joke. Anyway,
It's really good, actually. I had it yesterday. I enjoyed it.
Good.
Is that what's
Good
in
vintage.
the jug there?
Yeah, I'm just
You're-
fermenting bodily fluids.
God. All right, so yeah, we'll talk about other beers you picked up, but yeah, what kind of IPA is that? Their New England
It's a milkshake IPA.
milkshake
Milkshake
one you
IPA.
just said. All right,
Piss,
so
piss jug IPA.
that might be something I'll have to pick up. We had some Lost Coast stuff out here in New Brunswick for a while, but it was just like their pale ale and some other thing, Pilsner, I
Yeah,
think.
usually their Crimson is usually all over.
Yeah, we had their Crimson here. I didn't buy it because I was just like, it's not IPA enough.
Actually, funny story on that, and then we'll find out what Lee's drinking. Lost Craft, their Revival Pale Ale. They're a contract brewer, and they purchased that recipe from another contract brewer. If you can,
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was Revival
No
and the
idea on
Crimson.
how to make other beers. Like Jesus
Wow.
Christ, it's called
That's
fucking
bad.
Sexton Brew Co.
No, actually, funny enough, it was called Sextant, SEXTANT.
Oh, Sextant.
Sue 'em.
Yep.
16.
Sue 'em.
They
Sextant.
purchased that recipe from them. So, anyway,
Wow.
I did not know that. That's pretty fucking funny.
that is fun.
Well, is a recipe worth buying because everybody knows about Sexton, world famous pale ale.
World famous Pal Al.
Pally Alley.
Palau.
All right, so moving along to Lee. What are you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking a Big Rig Alpha Bomb,
Ooh, fun.
I guess. It's a hazy IPA.
Yeah. And
So-
you're,
What else can you say about it? It's,
Another
Lee's
one
a
of
haze
those-
bro now.
yeah, one of those fucking.
yeah, I said offline after tonight. I don't think I'm buying anything hazy again for a while. I'm a little burnt out on this fucking haze fag trend that you guys have
Wow.
going on.
I love your disappointment in everything right now.
See, you had the tag your writ from Big Spruce there earlier. I tried that.
Yeah, that was all right. That was an IPA.
Hmm.
It's no milkshake piss jug, whatever you got going on there. But
It's fermenting though. It's fermenting.
although
Exactly.
if someone came out with like honestly, the Trailer Park Boys could probably get away with it if they wanted to make another shitty macro beer. They could just call it like piss jug lager or something like that. It would probably sell.
People would buy
Oh,
that
yeah.
shit.
It'd
I
be
would.
probably be more like a wild ale or something.
A
Piss
wild
jug
With a
wild
little, bit,
ale.
with a little bit of cider in it because
Uh,
it was Ricky's dad's cider. Anyway,
I think considering how rich Ewart is, and just because the fact that he's a baby, I imagine he just gets fresh breast milk pumped to him every day.
moving along to Redbeard. What
From
are you
your
drinking
mom.
tonight, Redbeard?
Wow, way to ignore me, Nick.
Live transmission by Flying Monkeys.
Nice.
By the way, I'm having a Thomas Hardy's ale for my birthday.
You lovely
What?
bastard.
By the way, this is a very special one because this is the one I told Redbeard I'd save for him, but since he never paid me for it, I'm drinking it right live on camera. Fuck you, Redbeard.
Wow.
And Redbeard's not saying a word.
Whoa. He looks mad.
oh, people are so salty
I'm
today.
good.
already.
His
I totally forgot
tears
about
are
him.
good. Oh, his tears
About it?
are gonna taste so good.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Hey, Greg, if I never said before, you're an asshole, but you're a magnificent asshole.
This will be the first year we have a bottle share where somebody's going to be flailing fists around.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. This is gonna be great.
Hey, Red, I'll let you share one of my Thomas Hardys that I did pay for from Greg. You can have some.
Greg, does that mean I should be sending you an e-transfer for the ones that I have that I still got to pay for?
You need to send him that $3
Really soon because he's already
now.
had scotch. Once he finishes that, who knows what the fuck he'll do.
That's right. I'm gonna drink all the Thomas Hardys that people haven't paid for yet.
How much were they anyway?
$7.
Like $7.10 a piece.
Oh man,
Are they really $7.10 a piece?
Yeah.
Shit, I can't remember.
Didn't you buy some, Sexton?
I bought one off you and I paid you promptly.
Yes, you did.
Actually, it wasn't promptly. It was a reminder. But
you paid me extra, so I still owe you. I owe you like a tall boy or something.
God
Oh,
damn, if that was available around here, I would have bought a couple cases.
Lee, I will
Okay,
give
you
you
one
one
time.
for free if you come down to the beer fest.
Well, it's not going to happen, so no deal.
But come on, if you pay for a plane ticket and a hotel, you
I'll get a free Thomas Hardy out of it.
a free $7 beer.
Gift with purchase.
Hey, Lee, I'll send you one.
All right.
Right on. Anyway, Ashley, what are you drinking?
I am drinking some Cayman Kettle or Imperial Stout. I haven't had anything Imperial from them ever.
I'm surprised they
10%.
actually made one.
Pardon?
I'm surprised they actually made an Imperial Stout.
Yeah, I know that they like to brew very sessionable stuff. I'm sure they caved to people asking them to brew some bigger things. So yeah, I got a fucking growler of it. So there we go.
It's nice.
It's gonna be a sober evening for sure.
All right. So what are you drinking, Piss Chug?
Nothing now. But I had a cat lady earlier.
Cat lady.
Oh boy,
Had a cat
was that
pee?
from your Bellwoods order?
Yep.
How is
It's
that?
good.
What's your name? I can't remember your name. Have you had the 0.97?
I have actually.
How was it?
Weird. 'Cause I have had like other near beers that were like a pale ale or hoppy pale ales that were better. It was odd. It didn't even seem like a pale ale. It seemed like a saison. It was strange.
Huh, interesting.
You know, it was hoppy. It was nice in that regard, but it's just the way it sort of sat, and it's not aftertaste issue. It's just more like the whatever. It's the yeast profile is completely fucked or whatever they do there. But yeah, if there is any at all. But you know what I mean. It doesn't remind me of pale. It reminds me of crispy saison type. It's odd.
And in terms of sort of like just the taste of it, now obviously I know you knew what you were drinking, but if you kind of were to pretend you didn't, what would you have guessed the alcohol was in it? Like would like a regular 3 to 4% saison, or was it like?
Yeah, exactly. Because like if I honestly didn't even realize it was a pale ale until I looked. I'm like, oh, okay, this is just a hoppy saison. And I'm like, wait a second, this is a pale ale? Like what? I would have guessed, very light, like a 3%, 3.5% saison or something.
Okay.
Obviously there's no essence of alcohol, but I wouldn't pick that up in those things anyways. It was really light, and honestly, they had very little head retention too. It was just kind of odd. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense maybe for it, but I don't know. I don't drink enough near beer to really know. Honestly, I've had some, but that wasn't the best.
I've never seen a near beer that had an impressive head like they all. For me, they all died quick.
Yeah.
And I wonder why that is. It's a very interesting process to make near beer because you actually brew it and ferment it as you normally would any other beer. And then after the final fermentation's done, you pasteurize it or bring it back up to a boil, and you boil off as much alcohol as you can. But then you have to reintroduce that process obviously kills the yeast. So as a home brewer, if you want to carbonate it, you have to reintroduce yeast. I wonder if the process for people like Bellwoods and other people, if that boiling process does something with the proteins and thus you don't get much of a head. I don't know. It's an interesting process, but a lot of shit.
I think it is like the proteins that sort of determine how big your head's going to get for the most part. So
now. Was that bottle conditioned, Ewert? Did you notice?
No,
It wasn't.
I don't think so. No.
All right.
I mean, how could it be if it's got no yeast? Isn't that what bottle conditioning is?
Well, no, they would have reintroduced yeast to it prior to bottling.
But you wouldn't want to do that because you risk upping it from 0.97, right?
No, you do it in a minuscule amount that it will eat any sort of residual sugar, and maybe that's why it is at 0.97. Maybe they did bottle condition it. I don't know. But
I don't know.
well, you would know what it looks like, so fuck. If
Yeah.
you say they didn't, then it's not. So
I wouldn't expect them to have done that.
Yeah.
I mean, there was. If you're talking about maybe like headspace and keeping it, from going flat and just doing a little bit of that, so it eats up or squeeze up whatever oxygen's left, so you get a nice hiss and all that stuff, and it preserves well. I didn't notice a big pop or hiss, but I didn't think it didn't seem like it was dead flat either. It just didn't maintain.
Yeah.
So maybe it's possible they did. It's hard to estimate even when you do that if you're going to stay at 0.97 or it's going to creep to another level. And if you put that right on the label,
yeah, you have to be exact.
Not like
on
anybody's, but it's not like anybody's testing it. It's just like we're saying it is because we know it is. So
yeah,
I don't know.
We all know you're drinking Trailway, Nick. You always drink Trailway.
I'm always
Hugh John.
drinking Trailway.
Hugh John hops.
Hugh John
Because
hops.
like
Which is Trailway's standard IPA. It's just their IPA. And I know I introduced that before the chat went offline, but damn it, nobody's asking me what I'm.
Now,
Nick, what are you drinking?
Jesus Christ.
Hugh John hops.
now, Nick, that series of beers, is it just one beer and they just keep on producing it, or do they change the hops up on it?
Well, this Hugh John hops it's always the same beer. This is their standard. This is their standard IPA. They make all kinds of other beers, like the one I've got sitting next to me is a can of Almost Nuclear from Trailway. Whereas they make almost a new IPA every week with like slightly different variation of style, usually hovering around that haze craze kind of shit.
Yeah.
But they'll like choose different hops or different. In this case with Almost Nuclear, they used was it that lupulin enriched, which is they got rid of the vegetative matter and just left behind the resin pockets.
Yeah.
And it's just pellets all made with just that. So it's like lupulin powder, but it's a whole pellet of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Anyway. So yeah, they release all kinds of different releases. They've got like a dozen or more different, like good weather, stormy weather, more better, Green Island, Almost Nuclear is here, Loma.
Now, does
there's
Trailway
a
do
shit ton of-
anything?
What?
Do they do anything other than IPAs?
Mhm.
Okay.
Actually, last week's beer was a variation of their coffee stout.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. Okay, yeah.
Which is called Vanilla Beans.
Yeah.
So vanilla coffee, and I'm hoping that we'll get some get a flat of that, get some of that down here so that I can buy one and bring to the fest. Because Trailway also makes other stuff, and they do a good job with their beans.
I'm just really surprised you haven't had anything from Hammond River in a while.
It's been a while, man.
Actually, I messaged the owner of Hammond River a couple days ago asking when Blueberry Ale's coming out again, which you can still buy right now, but I want to get a fresh bottle before I go up.
Fuck.
Did you word it like, "What's up, bitch"?
What be going down, people of Redbeard?
What be going down, Hammond River?
Redbeard, you're quiet.
Because he's salty over that Thomas Hardy.
He's still upset over Greg drinking his Thomas Hardy.
No, he was upset before that.
I am good.
Maybe he's just grumpy. Somebody kicked your dog?
No,
Are you okay, dude?
I'm okay.
You're also super quiet too. And by the way, Redbeard, how excited are you to come down and meet everyone at the bottle share
Quite
right now? Quite?
Or he doesn't look excited. He looks kind of pissed off.
I'm tired. I'm
pissed off at somebody.
I'm pissed off at
Greg.
I don't know, whatever. Fucking.
Everyone's pissed off at Greg for some reason.
There you go. There's Trailway Vanilla Beans.
Oh, I've seen that logo before. Yeah.
Yeah, or is it just the other one? Yeah, you've seen the can. I've had the can before because I've had several of those. I've reviewed beans, just straight up beans, and they also had a cherry blossom beans, which is like the cherry blossom candies.
Yeah. Oh
they
yeah.
They made one around Christmas time that tasted like cherry blossoms. It was awesome.
It's sort of the can art looks a lot like fucking something from Evil Twin. I don't know why. It reminds me of an Evil Twin label.
Who's that? Trailway?
Yeah, that one that he was showing with the beans in a like a spiral type of thing. It reminded me of an Evil Twin I've seen. I don't know.
Yeah. I haven't really seen a lot of Evil Twin ones, but Evil Twin ones I've seen didn't like shit. What's the Evil Twin's biggest beer?
It's just triggering a memory for me. That's all.
Even more Jesus
Yeah, but I don't think I've had that
or
one.
Biscotti Break.
I've had something from them, but I can't remember what. I had two of them from them. I
How's
had
that?
Sauerkraut Stout. Okay, and that was good. There's Sauerkraut. I guess you could say that it kind of looks like a trail-ish kind of logo. And what's the other one I had? Imperial Donut Break.
Interesting.
There you go.
Not really, but thanks, Ashley.
Yeah, no.
I can't even tell you how many Evil Twin beers I've had.
We all love
Thousands. I'm
Ashley
sure
Stark.
thousands of them.
No,
Sure of it.
Billions and billions and billions.
actually, I prefer
Billions of
McKellar.
sextons.
You prefer what, Urt?
McKellar.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
the only Evil Twins I've ever had were the ones that came out of the craft beer advent calendars, to be honest. So
How about Asian twins? Have you heard any Asian twins?
none of those have ever popped out of a box for me. So
Oh, wow. That'd be nice if they did.
Yeah.
Apparently they hang out the Niagara region, I've heard.
good to know.
Nothing's
There's-
popped in their boxes either.
No?
All right, I switched over to a different beer. We're drinking from Firestone Walker. We're drinking the Mind Haze IPA.
Ooh, fancy. Is that something you just picked up at the bottle shop
I
across
did.
the ways?
Well, I went to Wegmans today. I didn't get over to Brune Bottled. I picked up a 6-pack of the Mind Haze, and I picked up a 6-pack of the left hand Nitro Milk Stout.
Now, because I'm stupid, I don't know anything about U.S. beers. Wasn't Firestone Walker beers, weren't they sort of hard to get not that long ago? Or was it only certain beers from Firestone Walker?
Yeah, depending on the state. And New York has had it for a couple of years at least.
Okay, so
Not
they're
in Michigan at
shelf
all.
turds now? Well,
No,
no,
they're always
nothing good comes to Michigan.
Where are they based out of?
California.
Okay.
Bless you.
Thank you. At least I muted myself in time.
Cheers.
Oh, guys. Lively bunch tonight.
Yeah, lively bunch. It's Redbeard. It's all quiet.
Oh, sad beard.
Red beard. You're supposed
You
to
got
be,
sad beard tonight.
Beard.
It's all on Greg because it's his birthday. Or yeah,
Oh, yeah. You got emo beard today.
Went from red beard to rad beard to
Sorry,
sad
Redbeard. If I'll have to pay Greg right away if he's going to drink everybody's beer. But if I asked him to
That's
give me
all right.
2 Thomas Hardys, and if he did indeed drink yours, I'll give you one of mine.
No, Nick, I'm definitely drinking both of yours.
It's all
Thank
good,
you,
man.
Greg.
Oh, this is fucking good.
Like I said, I completely forgot about it. It's completely fine.
We actually have some comments. Whoever wants to read them.
Oh shit! We should read some comments.
Why'd you forget about it, Redbeard? Did you have to go on one of Chad's chats?
No.
Wow.
Sorry,
All right,
I
so
had to
I'll-
throw that dig in there.
All I got from raining on your parade is message retracted. So I don't know what kind of racist shit.
Oh,
goes
yeah,
on.
it was probably really rude.
Eric Gilbert says the Hardy baby. Yeah, you get a total
You
Hardy.
can click on it, Nick, and
Mm.
find out what he
Hardy
actually.
on.
I do have
Does it
a
actually
hard
say?
on.
Can I click on that and see what it says?
Oh, you tell me.
Nope.
Find out how
Okay.
racist it is.
It probably wasn't racist. He probably said, "I agree with you," or then he
Yeah, I
thought
guess
better of what he was saying.
I
And
better agree with Greg or something.
Who's that?
Radio
Gilbert?
Parade also says whatever happened to American bottle conditioned IPAs? Only had a couple. Thought it was a great idea. Really? Well, everything's in fucking cans now.
yeah,
Oh, Raining on Your Parade said it was a trend for a year or two.
What was?
And then
No, he said a year up.
Bottle conditioned IPAs.
Yeah, whatever happened to American bottle conditioned IPAs? Only had a couple, but thought that was a great idea, and then it was a trend for a couple of years or two.
I don't remember that trend. It must have missed me.
Yeah, I don't remember it either.
I think he's full of shit, to be honest.
I Google it. All I see is bottle conditioning New England style IPAs. I mean, geez, this shit's so unfiltered that there's probably something lively in it.
I had a new juicy IPA from
Robot Redbeard here.
Robot,
Really?
Yeah, you're doing that thing again.
Oh, fucking bullshit.
Every time somebody jumps in, or not.
Piss joke.
So, okay, tell me what's going on with the this Airbnb, Nick. What's going on? What do you guys have, and where is it? Because if I need to crash, I'm crashing. I have to give you guys money.
Okay. How many people are fucking crashing at this?
Well, I'm bringing two, right? My plus one and my cousin.
You're bringing a plus one?
Is that one of your road hookers?
Yep.
Awesome.
Find one on Lundy's.
One of his road hookers. Hey, everybody, let me introduce you to Candy.
Candy and Destiny. Two road hookers.
So, Nick, what is the max number? As many as we can fit on the floor, right?
The max number is 4.
But
we'll
you
see
can
about
turn
that.
that
Might be
number
able to get
into
away with saying,
4.
okay, we had a surprise guest come up and get away with Paul coming in as 5.
If I can, sorry, go ahead, Lee.
I was just going to say the max number is what you don't tell the person who owns the B&B.
So how many people are here? They'll probably
Yeah,
have a
they probably got
outside
fucking
as well.
cameras and shit though.
Yeah, they got cameras
No,
and
they
shit
don't.
outside, and then they have the rating system where they can say, "Oh, this person had." I saw 6 people leaving this place, and he said he only had 4.
Yeah,
Well,
then
they
nobody,
didn't stay overnight.
nobody,
And
will
nobody
ever
will
go to an
nobody will
Airbnb
rent
again.
to you
Cameras
fucking
on the
again. It's
But he's
Airbnb,
saying-
not a fucking motel room.
You just tell them they're here for the gangbang, and that's it. They're not staying.
God,
Yeah, they're not staying. They're just banging and
they're
leaving.
banging and banging, they're flinging and
You know
flanging.
what? All you gotta say, hey, are you guys fucking? It's called diversity, buddy.
If
More
I can
hookers in
if I can
there.
come in and use the washroom in the Airbnb, I'll sleep in my car outside. That could kind of work, maybe.
No, who cares? You're paying
you-
for it.
no, you
As long
bunk
as
with
keep
Nick.
it clean when you're done. Who gives a fuck? They're not gonna.
Just use wet wipes to clean up afterwards.
There you go.
Wet ones.
See, you throw that as like some sort of joke, but I'm a responsible adult who uses wet wipes and actually cleans up after himself and cleans up after other people who didn't clean up after themselves beforehand.
Pissing on the seat and shit. Fuck.
So anyway, what's the details?
You
on
would
Airbnb?
hate- All right, so the details is it's located in Ridgeway, so it's like was it a half-hour walk or 20-minute walk or something from the festival.
Even better.
Yeah, you can walk it off, and they said that it doesn't restrict parties. There's no restriction on having parties there, so it's not like we couldn't do like beers afterwards there. But it's only got sleeping accommodations for 4 people. There's 2 beds and 2 couches.
Perfect.
Hey, Craig! Holy shit, you're still awake?
Of course he is.
He's drinking right away. Look at
It's
that.
only like 2
Yeah.
a.m. over there. It's all right.
It's
It's early
acceptable.
for him.
Looks like he just finished being Batman, and you just got to come in now.
Bruce Wayne just came back
Bruce
into the
Wayne.
Batcave. Yeah.
You forgot to take off your uniform, Batman.
I am Kent's man.
At least he wears a uniform. You got Kent
You're taking
man
a
here.
piss. You're taking a piss. Is that it?
Yeah, piss jug.
That's kind of what
Thank-
this.
Looks like what Chris is drinking right now.
Thank you, Nick. Everyone should be wearing a uniform, especially Joe. In fact, nobody but Joe. But let's be honest, Joe's kind of a shitty human being.
Jesus.
Ever since he molested those African kids.
Okay.
Whoa,
Wow.
did he?
I heard that.
I mean, we have no proof
That's what
that he
happened.
didn't.
Yeah, like
All right. So what do you
honestly,
drinking there?
He can't confirm nor deny those charges.
Greg.
Yes. What?
that's right.
What do
You
you
better
drink?
not be drinking a land shark.
I'm still drinking the
What
Thomas
do you
Hardy's
drink? I
ale.
don't care what you're drinking there, Craig. What are you drinking, Craig?
Oh, Craig.
I'm
Sorry.
I'm drinking a beer from Full Pure, and it's called Coastline. It's a gooseberry and vanilla dry hop sour.
Nice.
Where's Coastline from?
Where's that at?
That's the name of the beer. Full Pure. Full Pure
The who?
Brewing. Full Pure. It's a collaboration with a brewery in South Africa. I can't remember the name. It's on
Oh
Untapped.
wow, that's cool.
Perfect.
South Africa.
Right up
I don't
Joe's
like
alley.
the name. That's a weird name. For Pure. Weird.
There should be a brewery in South Africa that calls itself the Mandela Effect.
Oh, wow.
Well,
And then why are you groaning at that one, Nick? Or do you think that's something offensive? Do you know what the Mandela Effect is,
We're
right?
saying that we're conditioned to think that's something funny, or
You're a fucking idiot. Like, just
shut the fuck up, Lee.
the Mandela Effect. You don't know what that is? It's nothing racist, you fucking idiot.
No,
I don't know what the Mandela effect is. Lee, can you please explain to me what the Mandela effect is, please?
It's that idea of parallel universes, like you somehow slipped into a parallel universe because you thought something for the longest time was true, and then you discovered it was
Exactly.
no longer true.
Like Sinbad did not play a genie.
Exactly.
That's not what it says on the Urban Dictionary. In fact, it says something completely different and inappropriate.
Yeah,
Well, I feel like that maybe we've just slipped into another universe where the definition of the Mandela Effect is no different.
like the parallel universe that we suddenly believe that we want to pay attention to what Greg is saying and take it seriously.
I'm not even saying anything, Nick. Can you fucking relax? I know you're
See, that's-
excited by my very presence.
No, there's the
Seriously.
Scotch talking right now.
There's a difference between Mandela effect and gaslighting.
Jesus Christ, Nick, you're so racist.
Speaking of
You
gaslighting,
don't like what I'm saying, so you're trying to convince me that I'm crazy.
No, I'm trying to convince you that you're a racist, which we know you are.
wow.
That's definitely gaslighting.
Speaking
Yeah,
of gaslighting,
I also burp racism.
what was that you were?
I totally believe that you burp racism, Greg.
Where is Joe these days? Is he hiding out based on the accusations?
I don't know what the fuck Joe does lately. Like that's
He was on the
my
Monday
weirdest
chat.
thing.
He was on the Monday chat. He seems to be around Mondays, and that's
But
it.
you see him whenever he's on the chats. He always shows a Joe Reddit, but he never answers.
he had a beer earlier.
Yeah, it seems like his cheat days are scheduled to avoid people like you, Yort.
Me? What'd I do?
I don't know. I don't know what this animosity between you and Joe is
There's
and
no
where it
animosity.
stemmed from.
Oh,
All I know is that
animosity.
every time I see Joe, I don't see you. And every
Oh.
time I see you, I don't see Joe. I feel like it's like opposite magnetic poles.
Something percolating.
So it
Yeah.
means I am Joe.
No, I'm not saying you are Joe, because Joe would never be so crass as to
a
have a
parallel
piss joke
universe for you.
in his avatar in public on a forum that should be respectable.
It's the Yordella effect.
That would make him Jewart.
Wow. What?
Whoa.
Jeward.
Oh, I did
okay,
not see
okay.
that coming.
All right, going back to Lee's gentleman. Lee kind of clean up the toilet after himself comments. Eric Gilbert says, "I only piss on the seat if I make it past the floor." You disgusting.
Uninvited.
At least he tried.
Uninvited. You
Oh,
can come
my
to the
God.
fest. That's definitely not to the share.
Yeah. It sounds like there's gonna be a puddle of piss at the
Yeah.
festival.
My kids have
You
bad
have
enough.
a
events
lawn,
as it is.
don't you? It's like,
He's got the backyard sewer. He's good.
as long as your neighbors don't mind, if they.
Actually, I'm
assume
gonna have to
your
warn my
fences-
neighbors. Actually.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Warn your neighbors to close the drapes.
Just let them know that Paul's coming over. They're gonna run
Yeah,
away.
you have to go around the neighborhood to tell everybody that Greg is coming over to your place.
There's a Greg attending.
Yeah, I'm like a
Sexual
sex
predator.
You have to tell all your neighbors that I'm going to be in the neighborhood.
Can we make it a theme thing? Can we make it like a toga party too? That'd be fun. That'd really fuck up the neighbors.
Wow.
Is it confirmed that if Paul's coming or not for sure.
Yeah, Paul is coming.
All right, good.
I heard Master Beer Reviews is coming too.
I've ordered 55 pounds of raw beef to be delivered the day of, so that we can just keep Paul busy.
Holy shit! We can keep. You just keep loading the barbecue down with meat. The barbecue.
Barbecue.
barbecue,
There's
what
no
the fuck
barbecue involved. It's just the raw meat.
He just needs a big metal bowl and a fucking ladle.
It's like,
It's just
it's like the Lion King zoo, where you just throw the steaks in.
See what you
Hold on,
need
you
to
actually
do,
told me
Ashley,
you
is you
had-
need to
you need to-
order.
A utensil? What?
You need to order an extra large doghouse that he can sit out in and just chain him up and give him the bowl of hamburger and just let him go to it.
Just let him go, man. Just got to keep the guy busy, man. That's all we got to do.
So, Ashley, have you got a moving date after the festival? Or
Yeah, I got like 2 days afterwards. It's I'm actually just,
Eviction notice is already planned.
yeah.
I've already cashed out all my bank accounts. That's all settled. Got some stuff invested in offshore accounts in case I have to leave the country really quickly.
He already touched base with his lawyer because he will be getting divorced after, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really just gonna have to burn the house down just to try to get rid of some of the memories. So of what's gonna happen?
Hey, is your wife going to be there?
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she's gonna hang out.
So,
Oh
she
shit!
might meet my girlfriend. They might hit it off.
So in other words, Greg is going to meet your wife.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
met his wife before.
Yeah,
Wow.
she came to the fest last year.
Yeah, cock chop.
I was just preoccupied with something else to try and hit on her. So
Yeah.
Okay, Linda.
I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know who this person is or who
Sorry,
you're
I meant
talking about.
Snaggletooth.
Yeah, the one tooth is snaggled. Yeah.
Listen, when I have plans, teeth aren't always necessary. Okay.
I've seen more attractive orcs on Lord of the Rings.
She kind of does a good impression of the
Wow.
Predator.
Red, hey Red,
Yeah.
check the side chat, man.
Oh, I can do that.
Please.
I've read it. I didn't know he was here.
I did check the side chat and I replied to that. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Actually, been
You
quiet.
check the side chat.
Yeah, you
Ashley,
can check the side chat.
Sexton, I have a question for you. What
I thought it was on mute.
kind? What? No, I'm not on mute. Ashley Sexton, what kind of alcohol,
you.
beer and or alcohol does your wife enjoy?
She wants to know what he can get her drunk with.
No, nothing like that, Nick. But
There it is.
I do want to
Heard it
get
here
your wife.
first.
I do want to get your wife something for hosting us, so I'd like to get her something she'd like.
So if I buy her wine because she's still quasi on the keto diet, it's low sugar reds. So something like 2 grams, 4 grams of sugar, red wines or vodka. That's what she likes.
I'll get her vodka because that's
Yeah.
easier to get.
Calculated quickly.
that's not there's no shopping involved there. It's just like vodka, grab it.
I'm not gonna fucking go shopping for low sugar reds. Where the fuck do I even find those for?
It actually says it right on the. Actually, yeah.
You're hitting the wine belt of fucking. North
You're
America.
assuming-
Where
you're
can I find a
assuming I
low
can
sugar
read.
red wine.
Pardon
that's
me,
right.
do you have a fine California Merlot with 2 grams of sugar or
I'm
less?
looking at Cabernet Sauvignon. Do you have one?
Cab Savs are low sugar.
I know
They
they
are.
are.
No one calls them cab salves. Come on, man. Just a cab.
Cabernets.
Fuck whatever.
Cabernet.
Cali
This
cab.
coming from the guy who gets beer from some brewery called like Abe Herb or whatever the fuck it is.
It's like
I
what-
shop at A-Bird.
It's like when I was the assistant manager, I tried to get people to call me the ass man. It didn't quite stick.
No. I wonder why.
I'm the ass man.
Hey,
Bam.
Hey, this is another thing too. We talked about this, hinted about this the other day. A la the Manchester piss up, there has to be a Welland piss up channel that we all post.
Oh
yes.
shit!
right.
There would
Oh,
totally
yeah,
be a
that would be
well
smart.
Yeah. If someone should start the channel.
We
and
can
then
do reviews on our own channel, but the Hangout part should be on its own channel.
Exactly. Or any footage, just store it on the channel.
Yeah,
That's what they do. It's great.
just like just random mobile footage. Just
Well,
Someone, someone goes to count.
Yeah,
We all
well,
get the
since,
password.
since Ashley's hosting it, maybe he should start up a second channel and fucking for the.
What's wrong with having it on his channel then? Like,
Maybe he doesn't want it on his channel.
Yeah, I don't want
Brewing
that
in-
on my channel.
Yeah, like, and
All right,
I want to post
Yeah,
my
so-
video footage.
Why don't
So all
we?
you do is you make a channel called the Well and Piss Up, and you
And give
give
everyone the
the
password.
and you give the password and log on, yeah, and then you go from there.
Just like
Yeah.
our cards.
Just pass-
Just like our cards.
Yeah.
Pass
Exactly.
it around, and everyone can just throw stuff on it.
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah.
That's
just what
awesome.
we do.
Yeah, you know what? We totally got to do that. Ash, you get on that.
Yeah, get on it, Sexton.
Do something.
would've done
for
that- I would've
God's
done
sake.
Yeah,
that
do
last
something.
year.
No,
Yeah.
someone else do it. No, someone else can do it because I'm doing everything else.
Redbeard can do it.
Red
You know who should do it then? You know who's not going to be there? Lee's not going to be there, so you should start and give everyone the password.
No,
It's
jeez.
easy.
You see, the thing is, though, if I make a new channel, I don't know if I can actually make a new channel. I have so many sock accounts right now.
Ashley, I hope this isn't too much to ask, but can you maybe get catering from the Flying Saucer and also the Toothless Waitress for Paul?
I've already planned it out, man.
Ha!
Already planned it out.
sweet.
You're not trying to
Money has already been passed to the pimp.
Nick, are you whipping out your tripod right now? Is that what's happening? Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
apparently we're all bringing our tripods for the fest.
Yeah, Don't rely on me for equipment. You guys, it's like bring your own equipment. BYOE.
No, we know your equipment's solid, Ash.
BYOC.
How dark is your area? Like, is it like, what is the light?
What?
Wow.
What?
Wow. Jesus Christ.
How dark is your area?
How dark is your area?
To
Holy
quote
shit.
Redbeard, what?
What?
There you go.
Huh.
That was quite the question.
What?
That was
What is the lighting like in the area where you're planning to have the bottle pit?
Better phrase. Still sounds like a retard from third grade, but better phrase. Yes.
So, I mean, weather permitting, while it's daylight, we can be outside on the back deck. Which actually, I have a covered gazebo or a
Perfect.
covered fucking whatchamacallit.
We're a golden hour pick up filming.
And then
Even not weather permitting, it'll be a Greg wet T-shirt contest.
God.
right.
Oh,
And-
I'm predicting about 3 hours in, Greg's gonna get his dick chopped off.
Oh,
No, I have faith. I don't know why.
What you should do? You should have the cock guillotine on display for everybody to see.
I have blind, stupid, probably immature faith that he's going to be on good behavior.
no. See, I'm gonna lull Ashley Sexton into a false sense of security, and then I'm gonna rape Ashley Sexton.
I've been
Yeah.
to at least 4 bottle shares with Greg. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, Nick's been definitely raped by me before. He may not know it, but he has.
Right.
It's hard to tell after being with Chad.
Why-
It
why-
started out
why-
with
Ash,
spoons.
I'll probably see you around noon, Ash. You're good with that?
On the Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I'm there all
And then we're gonna
fucking day
figure where we're
too.
going.
Don't
I'll
you
just be
fucker-
making hamburgers for you fuckers.
I'm gonna fucking be
Homemade?
there at noon too. I'm there all
Yeah.
day Thursday and Friday.
I'm not going to give you guys frozen hamburgers.
You got me. You
The
got
fuck?
me to put up
Why
with.
not?
Why not?
Anybody feel like golfing on Saturday morning before the fest?
No, because I'll be sleeping.
I won't have any clubs with me, man.
For one thing, I'll be hungover.
I'm gonna bring my golf clubs all the way from New Brunswick.
I almost think he was half serious.
I actually think he
I
was
don't think there's enough
serious.
time to get in 18 holes.
No, definitely not.
You get 9 holes
36.
Were we talking about golf or fucking?
if you leave it like. Well, what time's the fest start? 11.
11.
You'd probably get
Yeah.
9 holes in.
I'll be honest. If you can
If you
bang,
started like-
bang 18 chicks before 11, that's impressive.
Get
I'll tell
around,
you
get
what,
around in.
if you actually get up in time and go golfing for 9 holes, I will join you.
All right.
Wow.
I'll bring my clubs to see what happens.
Do you actually have clubs, Chris?
Hey,
I do.
there you go. You got a caddy.
Of course
Oh,
he
you
does.
got-
Of course he does. CC Fortune.
No,
he probably has. A,
Your
he probably
definitely
has
has clubs. I'm talking about Chris.
Oh,
Here's
Chris,
my only.
Chris has divorce fortune.
Here's my only question: how many piss jugs do you have to take on 9 holes?
None. You just go right out there.
Oh, do you? Okay, that's
You don't
classic.
care- you don't-
No, you get that fancy fucking hollow golf club that they made that you're supposed
Oh,
to pee in.
that's right. That's
it's-
right.
There is a
Yes.
cup on every green for a reason. You piss in it.
You just go in the bush.
That's what the ball washer is for.
Oh God.
Balls are filthy, Beavis. Wash them.
I gotta be honest, like that's the first I've heard Redbeard talk in a while. I'm like, Redbeard, are you really like down tonight? Because you're just not talking, man.
Guinness milk
What's
stout.
that?
What the fuck
Guinness
is
milk stout.
dude, if you're really this upset about your Thomas Hardy, I've got like 8 more of them.
He's
So
got
don't worry,
8
I
more.
can
He's
get
just
I can get
fucking-
you one if it's a big deal. Like I don't want you to be all emo about this.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
They should totally They should totally physics that fucking Guinness milk stout.
Like I never thought I'd said this, but I wish
Is that,
I wish Redbeard
is
would
that
talk
Guinness
more.
milk stout already nitroed, or is that just straight up?
No, it's just normal.
Oh hi,
Hi, Agnes.
that's not
Oh.
Agnes.
That was
I don't know who it is, but it's not Agnes.
I thought it was
It's
Agnes.
got milk. It's got milk sugar in it.
Ah, it's the lactose.
Oh, I think that was Yui's
Yeah.
wife because he muted himself.
Oh, okay.
Yelling obscenities at you. Were...
Okay, I'll not say what I was going to say then.
Ah, you're such a fucking awful husband. I can't believe it. No wonder I'm fucking your brother.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
shit, better
Who's
use
making
this.
that fucking sound? Oh, I'm gonna punch it.
Beep,
Fuck.
beep, beep.
sorry about that.
Yeah, that's okay. We
It
love
probably
hearing
was
your
your
wife
fault.
scream.
Wasn't my wife.
Yeah, of course. They don't yell.
Or
for
your
no
girlfriend, whoever it is.
It was candy.
I'm looking up Guinness. Oh, there it is.
So what are you playing, Simon, right now?
Yep.
Okay.
Can someone bring one of those to the fest? That'd be great.
That'd be awesome.
Say, hey,
Why don't
Somebody
you, why don't
brings
you
it, I'll
bring
use
one,
it
Yui?
anytime. Nick, bring it. I'm gonna use it.
that'd be like next level. Like you just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna look up this beer. Wait, if I
Oh,
didn't
Just
done
do it right in front of a whole bunch of breweries. Be like,
Yeah,
Just
no,
say-
wait. I've got
just
to
say-
put your beer in the
I'm logging.
brewmaster.
I'm logging. I'm using Untapped right now. Beep, 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 beep.
That's what it is. I mean, it's really just
It's the
like the first
original
Untapped.
Is it a light? Is it a light detector? Or
is there lactose in this? Beep, 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 beep. No, liar.
Why don't you just use it in front of the exchange and maybe all the owners will kill themselves?
Sugar
Just
back.
saying.
Well,
Jeez.
we're already getting closed eyes, Greg. Like, jeez.
I'm open-ish.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Closed eyes.
We're close.
I
He had
got shit-
scotch,
I got-
and now he's doing a Thomas Hardy. So that's
Yeah, no, I'm getting drunk real fast. No, but you know, I got a lot of
Really?
shit for. I don't know which of you guys have watched my my chicken wing like the video that my wife sped up. I can't the time lapse video. That's what I'm looking for. But I got a lot of shit for that for like people at my work who saw it. They were like, "Why are your eyes closed?" I'm like, "Cause I was looking down at the chicken wings and my wife was filming it from up here." So my eyes actually weren't closed, but I got so much shit from that. Like, why
That's
are your
funny.
fucking eyes closed? I'm like, holy fuck, are you guys all Lee? Like, is literally everyone at my work just a bunch of female versions of Lee? Because if so, I'm oddly attracted to Lee. That's weird.
hey, what can I,
I thought
tell
I thought it was funny. The one person that commented that was like, "You didn't drink any beer between eating the wings," and it's like, you clearly did. You just got to actually like pay attention to the video. It is sped up a
Yeah.
lot, but you can see it for sure.
That was the weird part about that is that dude who commented was somebody I went to high school with who I haven't talked to in about 15 years, and then he just randomly commented on my video.
you?
What?
Wow.
That's weird. You got a creeper.
Yeah, definitely. But hey, whatever.
It's totally stalking Agnes.
Yeah, you see, that's why I never like Facebook friend like people I went to school with. Just all out of the blue. Hey, how you doing? It's like I never talked to you in high school. Why would I talk to you
I'm
now?
gonna talk to you now. I thought you were
Hey,
a fucking
hey,
loser
for-
back then.
Hey,
Nothing's changed.
for the record,
Leave
if
me
you're
alone.
like, for the record, if you're creeping on my wife because you want to fuck her, I take that as a compliment. I don't get offended by it.
That's why. That's why I sent her a mind penis earlier.
That's right. She enjoys your mind penis, except when you send it to her like right in the middle of the night. Then she's like, "You woke me up." That's rude.
Yeah, that is rude.
That's somebody else. I only sent one mind penis, and that was tonight.
Oh.
So,
You only send it between work hours.
yeah.
Agnes is mentally connected to all the dick pics.
Like all the world dick pics, or just the BDU ones?
Maybe she's like the hub. They all go through her brain.
I was gonna say if it's
Fucking
every
Charles
single world
Xavier
penis,
of
that
fucking
is a,
dick pics.
Sorry, what was that about dick pics, Chris? I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
She's like the Charles Xavier of all the dick pics.
I was gonna say this is like the
Cerebus and fucking shit.
oh yeah, it's Cerebro, and she can
Cerebro,
see all the dicks.
everywhere,
Wow.
just coming in out of all all 4 dimensions.
Instead of
Even
all the
touches them
mutants
once
in
in
the
a while.
world, she's connected to all the dicks in the world.
If she
That's-
if she concentrates on them too hard, they'll just come at the same time.
Oh my
She,
God.
she
Wow.
really,
She
bounce
really
off her chin, off her forehead, off her cheek, whatever.
Oh,
It's
that's
4D.
terrible.
Oh,
Jesus Christ, you're just bukkaking all over my wife.
Jesus.
No, that's
Wow.
later.
I was gonna say that's like the weirdest remake of Scanners ever, where she can like get dicks to her mind, and she just makes them explode.
I was gonna say, did too many go through her head and her head explodes?
No, the dicks explode. That's the thing. It's like she makes them explode.
That'd actually be amazing if my wife could just like go to a sex club and just like
That would be
all around her.
that would
Fuck.
be the ultra feminist remake of Scanners, where basically it's just like this female telepath who walks around making dudes' dicks explode.
It'd be like some kind of like amazing synchronized like fireworks show. If she like
you.
you know.
You're objectifying me.
And then in the end, she puts her personality into another person's dick.
There's a glitch.
There
in
you
the
Fuck,
go.
it's all about the personality.
So fucking
Yeah.
weird.
Now it's like an episode of Black Mirror.
Mm.
Or the Matrix.
But, I mean, that's the end of Scanners, where the good guy wins the mental battle by putting his mind into the body of his opponent. And
I can't even remember that movie, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I think I saw it a long time ago.
Yeah.
the
I've
only
definitely watched
memorable thing is the actual hit explosion. That's really
I'm
it.
just thinking like when you said the mind, I'm thinking like Black Mirror when like there's an episode where
Holy
the
shit!
guy the guy's wife dies and well she's gonna die, but they're able to put her consciousness into his brain,
Mm.
so she sees, but she can't do anything except like sit there and like watch what he did. It was fucking weird. That show's great, but weird.
Can't wait for the next season.
Yeah.
I started watching that. What is that? Love, Hate.
That's a
I love that.
great
I watched
series.
that. That was great.
I'm only like 3 episodes in, and
The episode with I don't want to spoil. I'm just gonna say the episode with Topher Grace. I guess it was from the
Mhm.
'70s show. Yeah, that episode was just so random.
Oh,
and
with the robots.
great. Yeah,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that whole series was great, and you can watch the whole season in like 2-3 hours.
yeah. It was. I burned through it in an evening. It was great.
Oh no, that season
I
that
will
was
watch it.
fantastic. That was like
The rest
classic
of it,
sci-fi
anyway.
too.
The first episode kind of had me like at the end there when like the fucking hand
Yeah.
through the bottom of the
Hey.
face and shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, that was like some of the animation is freakishly well done in that stuff. Like,
It was really good. Like
the
like
CG is nuts.
It makes you wonder why video games don't look that good.
well,
they're getting there. They're getting there.
like with the Russian werewolf penis. Not the Russian. The werewolf penises one was good too. And then the Russian one at the end with all the Russians and like the horde, basically the bugs at the end. That was kind of cool. You know which one I really liked, and this is probably like kind of one of the under the radar ones.
It's just a spoiler alert right now because I haven't watched.
No,
the
it's
thing.
not a spoiler. It's not a spoiler alert really at all. It's no, it's okay. Okay, I won't make it a spoiler alert since Chris might be worried. It's the one with the guy who's the artist, and then you find out why he's making the blue dots. And I thought that one was kind of cool because it was just very interesting how the reasoning behind it.
Yeah, that was good. That was good stuff.
It was
And
the series as a whole was really, really well done.
And
What I
then
liked is that they took like 2 stories in that series from one of my favorite authors, Joe Lansdale. A couple of his stories are in that.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that
Yeah.
like any of them were based on like actual short stories and shit. That's awesome.
What's Your Nuts just died today. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Really? She
Oh,
wasn't. She wasn't even that old, was she?
90.
Oh, fuck. I didn't know
Really?
I didn't know she died.
Yeah.
I would have given her like 75 or
Bad
something.
old.
Read the
The-
article. She died in 2016.
Yeah, she did.
It's quite young.
She's already
What?
dead.
Huh?
She's the mother from Everyone Loves Raymond, right?
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God. Yeah. Thanks,
She
Eric
died,
Gilbert.
She died 3 years ago, really?
Gilbert's
Way to
drunk.
go, Eric Gilbert.
Gilbert's drunk.
Gilbert.
I seriously didn't know she died. I knew the father from Everyone's Loves Raymond died.
Yeah, Peter Boyle.
Oh.
Awesome actor.
He
Wow.
was. I remember an episode of the X Files with him.
Didn't everybody loves Raymond? Didn't his brother pass away? The guy that played his brother?
No,
I don't think so. I think he's still
no,
alive.
he's still Garrett, whatever his name is still alive.
Peter Boyle, Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, Young Frankenstein.
He's so good.
He was in all kinds of cool stuff before he became Raymond's dad.
Is that Suzanne's? Is that Suzanne's bro?
Who?
What?
Suzanne's brother.
Suzanne Boyle? Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Fuck.
Kind of don't think so.
I wasn't a huge fan of it. I didn't hate it, but I never really got into Everyone Loves Raymond.
I'm just blown away that the mother died, but Doris Roberts died before the father on Everybody Loves Raymond died. I knew the father died. I had no idea the mother died. That's so weird.
Oh, that's amazing. I can't believe we're talking about Everybody Loves Raymond. Fucking kill me.
Yes, we are.
No.
It's a classical series.
No.
That's
my impression. Oh.
There was actually a show like when Everyone Loves Raymond finished. I can't remember what the hell the name of the show was, but him.
It's called Everybody Hates Redbeard.
No, it was him, Scott Bakula, whatever his name is from like Quantum Leap.
Everybody hates Scott.
And then the guy, I don't know his actual name, but he plays the captain on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He's a black guy.
Andre Brogner or whatever.
Yeah, and there was three of them, and I think it was it was something about like just getting older, like three old kind of single guys, and it was on for two seasons, I think, and it was a really good show. What the fuck was the name of it? Give me a second here.
Oh,
So
Eric
good
Gilbert said
so good they had to cut it at 2 seasons. Right?
Well, I thought it was good. Obviously, not everyone else did.
Apparently not the critics.
Like so many other good shows that get canceled.
I know Andre Brogner from Homicide: Life on the Streets, where he's Pimpleton, which was awesome.
It was called. When the hell did it come out? Men of a Certain Age. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I recommend checking it out. It was actually really well done.
Was that age too old to date their each other's daughters?
Probably.
Unless you're, watching modern porno where, daughter swap or something along those lines.
Jesus.
Just like in real life.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
That's why porno is fantasy, gentlemen.
Yes.
No, porno's 100% true. Why doesn't the cable guy come by and fuck my wife?
Well, Greg.
Because there's no cable guys anymore?
Greg sits in the closet,
Cable
just open a
guy.
crack, furiously masturbating.
I don't sit in the closet. I sit right on the couch. I say, I'm paying you. You fuck my wife while I masturbate. Wow. I was trying to do that with you last year, but you passed out.
Toronto, Greg.
What's
What did
that,
you
Nick?
say?
I'm sure there's services like that around Toronto if you want somebody to come by and fuck your wife in the Santa costume.
Yeah, probably.
I thought you would too, Nick, but then you showered for 2 hours and my wife wasn't in the mood anymore.
Oh, God.
Nick felt so dirty, though. He just needed to clean off.
You'd sleep in your bed tonight.
Well, to be honest, Nick was incredibly clean when he was done.
Yeah.
Okay, Greg's bed is damn comfortable. I gotta say, it really is.
Except for your anus hurt in the morning.
My bed is incredibly comfortable.
So yeah, as I said, I agree. I have no memory of actually going into the bed, but I woke up and it was damn comfy.
You remember getting out.
Don't remember the drink you had before you fell asleep.
Man, we had pizza. We did a couple fucking random video that my memory cut out probably 3 hours before we went to bed.
Yeah,
30 minutes after you butt chugged that beer.
Luckily the videos are still online of you sexually assaulting me.
Yeah.
Seen
I
this around,
pretty much after the Bring Out Your Dead was finished. I think that's when my brain was like, we're done.
I'll be right back.
Which Bring Out Your Dead? We did 3 of them.
You don't remember the finger licking? Huh?
Yeah, sticking your finger in his mouth.
I remember a fucking thing.
No, I remember none of that.
I'm jumping into IP number 9.
Oh.
Have you had that before, Chris?
Nope.
Really? Wow. It's all right.
Oh no, what are they up to? Because I know.
I think 10 is out somewhere, maybe.
Really?
Or like it's going to be out really soon.
Drunk Pokeroo hasn't fucking tapped it yet.
That's the nano one, isn't it?
Yeah, the fucking.
It's not so good.
If they charge more than $3 for that can of 3% beer, I'm going to be like they probably used like some stupid amount of fucking hops or something in it.
I'm going to say it's probably priced right in line with surround sound, so like what, 445 or 450?
No, surround sound's 475.
475, sure.
Yeah, it shouldn't like that. That and the most recent sour was I think 475.
What did you think of that? You uploaded the video. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I have another one in the fridge. What did you think?
It was really good. It's the peach and passion fruit and raspberry one.
Right now,
yeah,
I might have it after this.
Damn tasty. I found like Collective Arts. They're still okay with their IPAs, but I find their IPA game has kind of dropped off, and their sour game is kind of getting better.
I don't know, man. Like
I just say anything, you're like, thank you, master.
Okay.
Comparing Collective Arts sours to a Half Hours on Earth sour, I don't know. They don't stand up as well to the Half Hours on Earth. There's just so much complexity in the Half Hours on Earth ones.
I want to say I want to say yes and no. Like I've had some really good ones from Half Hour, but I've had some as well that I really wasn't a fan of, and like really the good Half Hour ones compared to the good Collective Art ones, I'd say they're kind of close.
Yeah,
I could get surround sound at the moment. It's in my town.
Oh, good.
It's crazy.
So
which one is it? You probably just got the first one.
I don't know. I'll find out.
So Craig, does it say version 1 and 2 on them?
It says the hops they use, and they use different hops.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Yeah,
probably be the first one.
The surround sound series are going to keep the same name. They're just going to change the hops out, and it's just going to keep on going. I think right now they're on the third iteration of it.
The third one is just coming out. It's like I haven't seen the third one, but apparently the third one is out now. Yeah.
Yeah, I just had it on. Was it Monday?
Oh yeah. How was that
last week? It was still very green. It was too fresh, if that makes any sense.
Oh, Eric Gilbert talking about that post he put on Facebook saying it was a troll post, sons. LOL.
Yeah, no, that's my bad for not.
He got you. He got you good.
Oh, of course, I was a fucking idiot. So
didn't get me.
Yeah, she was young.
I keep up on who's dead and who's alive, motherfucker.
Lee's reading those celebrity obituaries every day.
Damn right.
Who motherfucking died yesterday?
Who did I outlive today? another skull to put on my throne, bitches, that I sit upon.
Nice.
You ain't gonna win against
just
Keith
like
Richards.
Abe Vigoda used to do before he died. Now I got his skull on my throne.
How old is Keith Richards at this point?
He's in his 70s. I think he's the oldest Stone.
He looks like he's 115.
No, actually, Charlie Watts, I believe, is the oldest Rolling Stone. I think he's like 74 or 5. Keith Richards and Mick Jagger are like within a couple years of each other, I think.
Did you guys know that the Rolling Stones is like Keith Richards' band, and like Mick Jagger is like the singer of Keith Richards' band?
That's how Keith Richards sees it.
Well, like no, I learned it actually. I was watching remember Craig Ferguson? Like he's still around.
Mm-hmm.
But he did a stand-up live in New York thing, and he talked about like he hung out with the band for a while or something like that. And like from what he experienced, that's what he said, and like the way he described it, I really believe him. It was it was like live on Broadway or something. If you haven't seen it, it was fucking hilarious stand up.
I mean, Richards and Jagger did write a lot of songs together in the 70s, but for the most part, it's Keith Richards fucking calls the shots as far as like the music goes. And then Mick Jagger saunters in and does his little dance and does.
Well, yeah, most people could be, you'd assume. Like I assume most bands, like the front man of the band is probably generally the one calling the shots, you'd think. But in this one, it's like Mick Jagger is like the face of the band, kind of.
Usually your lead guitarist is usually your songwriter and melody producer.
Yeah.
There's a reason why Mick Jagger's solo albums are pretty much hot garbage across the board.
My fucking favorite LP collection.
Jesus.
Well, I'm sorry to break it to you, Chris.
Fuck I'm throwing them out.
You invested in the wrong guy. You should invest in
you
Keith
want
Richards'
my,
solo
my
albums.
vinyl of Mick Jagger's solo albums?
No, I don't. Nick White, I don't know. I don't want him.
Mick Jagger's whole album. Jesus Christ, no.
Anybody else getting kind of a weird background noise in the audio?
It's probably just you, bud.
Yeah, I know.
I got nothing.
I don't know. You might be hearing like traffic outside my window. I do have my window open.
Could be something like that. It's just kind of it's like low, weird. I can't even really describe it.
It could also be the subliminal messages I'm sending to you to lighten the fuck up.
All the dick pics that you're sending them.
All the mind dicks I'm sending you. Yeah.
Somebody vibrator off camera.
Mind cock.
Here it comes. There it goes.
Oh.
There it comes. There it goes.
Where's Greg off camera getting lectured right now?
I think so.
I muted him because I didn't want to hear him yelling at Agnes for no reason.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny though.
That shit. No. Spousal abuse is not what this channel's all about.
There's no actual abuse happening.
Just kidding.
Married people quite often have random spats and arguments and shit that are just, like
Who the
a
fuck
random
Who the
disagreement.
fuck are you? Chris Peters? To tell me if like
Are you a doctor? Are you a psychiatrist?
I've been married for fucking like almost 20 years. I have been told
from my experience, I've seen arguments in the world. I don't know. I'm just like, yeah. I guess that's a fair point. I can't really.
You're arguing with a piss jug right now.
Yeah.
a reanimated.
That's the least surprising part of this conversation.
Sounds like I missed something very interesting.
All kinds of doctor advice. Dr. Redfill.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you know what? Mental illness is not an actual illness.
Mental illness is not something to make fun of. That's the best I got for Dr. Phil impression.
Chris Peters there.
Life coach. Yeah.
Oh, Dr. Phil. You can't put a turkey bone in a fryer and expect to get a whole chicken.
Okay, that was glorious.
You gotta do this the right way.
Actually, PewDiePie has done a few videos where he like watches some of Dr. and like breaks it, and yeah, there's some fucking weird people that go on Dr. Phil, man. Him and then that guy Gus Johnson that I think I told you guys about before. He's like a kind of up. He's just hit like 1 million subscribers. He's like a small but he's getting big, and he does like the random skits and stuff. And he's reacted to a couple of Dr. Phil videos. And he actually did one video where he reacts to the guy. He's from North Bay. His name was Troy Hertubees. He's dead, but he made the bear suit. It's the most ridiculous goddamn thing you've ever seen in your life. It's you can barely even walk. It's like Iron Man if Iron Man was not any kind of genius with anything. He invented some kind of weird material that like I think it's some version kind of iteration of it is actually used on the space shuttle. It's like some material that you can like. It's like some like crazy heat absorbing material that like you can hold like a thin layer of it in your hand and then hold a blowtorch to it, and the heat will never transfer through it to your hand, kind of thing.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah,
Batman knows all about that shit.
Yeah, check out Gus Johnson and find that video, and it's the guy's on like doing this news, like an interview for the news person, and he's got like a different suit that's actually kind of more mobile. And he's like showing it off, and he shows it off by getting hit by a truck going like 40 miles an hour and like throwing himself off this fucking cliff. Like he just runs and like jumps and like rolls down and he's like, I'm fine. Yeah, it's all good. He's fucking crazy, or he was crazy. Sorry, he died.
On a more serious note, remember that time when
I was being serious. He died. Come on.
When Chris Peters was dating that chick for 3 months and they had a stepson automatically?
Yeah. No, he's my son. He's my son.
That was the greatest fucking moment ever.
Fucking
hey guys, I want to introduce you to my son.
You know what he did? He's like, okay, the girl, he's like, okay, it doesn't have my DNA, squirted some DNA on the kid. Now he's like, now it's my son. That's probably what he did.
Fucking terrible.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I went there.
God damn.
I'm back, baby.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
Nick missed that, thank God.
Have you finished? Have you finished?
Yeah.
So
Don't mention
so
it.
you guys all know about like as soon as he broke up with her, like the meltdown he had, right?
Awesome.
Like you're all aware of the video that his
Oh,
buddy Kareem was doing on Rockstars, and during the video he was doing message it like he's got the automatic message alerts coming up from Facebook, so they would pop up on a screen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was Chris.
What?
It was
He
yeah.
kept closing them. Yeah.
So Kareem was doing one of his professional rock stars entrepreneurial fucking thingies
Kareem's got a beard now, I see.
does he with some other douchebag, and you were talking about how they can get their business going and all this shit.
I'm least still ranting about some shit.
Fuck you, Greg. And
Remute him. Jesus.
and so if you look in the corner of the screen, the little Facebook messages pop up from people sending you messages to Facebook, and Peters pops up, and he's like, "The bitch cheated on me with a couple guys behind my back," and then there's like other messages like that, and it's just like going off on her, and Kareem's doing his best to try to get rid of the messages really quickly because they're just popping up as he's streaming live.
Oh
still
shit! I gotta
online?
see this video. Where
Is that
this?
still online? Please tell me it is.
I think it's still online. I will find it for you and
If
then
you do,
send it.
drop
I have the
in our
screenshots.
chat,
I'm gonna take a look see if I still have the screenshots.
If that's still on, I just want to laugh.
It
Point
was
laugh.
beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful.
And I just want to do reactions of YouTubers and YouTubers now. I just wanna do it. Just look at the camera and be like,
It was so great to find that. It was like I just randomly, what's Rockstar Entrepreneurial up to these days? I randomly clicked on a video, and then all of a sudden it's like, wait, what was that? Was that Chris Peters?
Oh, this is amazing. That's funny.
There's money to be made doing reaction shit, man. That's pretty much all PewDiePie does these
I'm
days.
gonna react to all of Redbeard's videos. That's what I'm gonna do.
There you go.
And then he would hit you with a copyright strike.
No, it wouldn't.
I will tell you, like for example, like reaction videos, Game of Thrones. Okay, like obviously, some people putting up reaction videos, people have had channels. They had like 1 million hits in a day just.
Oh
for
yeah,
the reaction.
especially like this last season. Did anybody check out that link I put in the chat
No.
there? There was like a 40-minute documentary showing all about how that last battle was done.
I watched like the abbreviated version of it.
It was pretty cool.
I thought
should
it was
do-
really weird when Arya had sex with Night King. I'm just saying.
I should do a reaction video as a guy who's never watched Game of Thrones and just like, okay,
Yeah.
so this is the thing.
That would actually be a fun watch. I would watch.
What, Lee? You've never watched it, right? Is that what you're actually saying? You've never seen it?
I've watched 15 minutes of the first episode. That's
So then you should literally just watch the last episode.
No,
That'd be good.
the last
That's it.
15 minutes of the last episode.
There you go.
No, just the last episode. The whole thing.
Yeah.
The very last episode of the entire series. Just watch it.
I've never
Be
watched
like,
it in episode 4.
So what
It's my
happened
first
at the beginning?
Who knows? It's only been like 8 years. Like fuck.
Maybe you should
All
watch it backwards.
I remember exactly how like the way the show started is something that like really stuck in my mind anyway.
Yeah, obviously.
Wasn't it the two guys who are on the other side of the wall? And they
It starts out with like the White Walkers are introduced, and then after that they're like
There's like a
not there
raging
for like
breed
fucking
of-
5 seasons.
Yeah,
It's like a ranging party that goes north above the wall in the intro credits of the very first episode.
that's right. Because
They
that's
run into White Walkers that slices the guy's head off.
And wasn't that like the only time? Didn't they do like a cold open in that one, and they never done it again?
No,
They've
they've done-
done, they did one where he was doing the sword, like where he was melting the sword. That was a cold open.
they
as
did a
well.
cold open when Cersei had the prophecy from Maggie the Frog too.
Oh yeah. Right?
Okay, I
There's
guess they've done it a couple
lot-
times then.
there's
Pretty
a
sure
few.
there was another cold open as well somewhere.
I just remember that one. I guess fair enough. A lot of people were not impressed by that episode, though. Like, holy crap!
If you watch it during the day like myself, with any light in the room, you were fucked trying to watch it.
Yes and no.
Yeah,
you can turn the brightness up on your fucking TV. It's
Which I
actually-
had to
I
do.
watched
I
it.
did
I
halfway
watched
through.
it in a dark basement with a projector on the wall and cranked up brightness, so I was fine for the
like
episode.
I didn't even touch the brightness. I just turned off all the lights and It was perfect.
Yeah,
it wasn't
because
nighttime
They
though.
just use natural light and candles, right? So the whole
Yes
idea.
and no. Like they had some lights going on, like a lot of lights going on. But again, it was filmed in a way to make it so it's like this is way back before there was any kind of incandescent fluorescent LED lighting. Like it's all just candles and torches. That's the only light you would see. So it should be pretty dark. It was done realistically, which I appreciated.
I heard that it, depending on the type of TV you had, be it LCD or OLED or whatever, it made a difference too.
I could believe that.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, see, mine. I have an HD TV, and it's got the individual whatever, like light up things, whatever the fuck it's called. I can't
Holy
think of it right
fuck!
now.
Shut up.
Later LED ones will have like.
I got one of those HD TVs. I got a smart TV.
My old fucking TV's from like 2010.
My black and white TV will make
Barely
perfect
HD.
on that one.
Anywho, my TV is halfway decent, and it was not that dark, but I can certainly see why people would complain about it being dark. It was a dark episode, overly so. And you know what? Frankly, there were a lot of problems with that episode. It was a great episode. There were a lot of problems with it, but it was fun overall.
I enjoyed it. Like I just again, there was a couple times where it was like, that's not really the way that you'd think they would have done that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Now here's the thing: you have you have a great big war going on. You want to see everything that's going on. Why did it have to happen at night? They couldn't have waited for a couple more hours till it was
he wasn't up to them. To be fair,
it's the Night King. He brings the night. He brings the storm, right? So it kind of makes sense that it would happen.
He brings white snow, so it's gonna be bright enough.
You know what I will give you as far as huge battles go, the huge battle in Endgame did trump that battle.
Well, I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, but they probably have a much bigger budget in Endgame than they do in Game of Thrones. To be fair,
true. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure Game of Thrones for a TV show has probably got a pretty fucking massive budget.
Well, it does.
They spent $100 million this year, and
I believe it.
Like Endgame was $400 million.
Well, but again, you got to think like is that just filming or is that like paying for the actors? Because like Endgame had
that's total budget for both.
So yeah, Endgame has a lot. Endgame has a lot more actors that are going to have a lot bigger salaries,
and it's 3 hours. Well, this
yeah.
You also have to figure into the budget.
A lot more CG.
But it's $100 million for the whole season, not for that one episode.
Right.
Yeah. Another thing you have to figure into the budget with movies is part of that is actually promotion.
Yeah, fair enough. And they promoted the hell out of that.
That's true. That's true.
A quarter to a half of a budget of a movie might end up being promotion.
And you get some of that back anyway with merchandising and fucking all that shit.
Oh, like it's already smashed like every fucking record there is pretty much. It's like
they made their money back in like half a weekend.
And for those who haven't seen it, like that last thing I'm going to say, like it's a really, really great kind of end to the whole 10-year journey that we've been on. You go watch it, do it.
Well, it kind of is. I watched the pirated version last week, and I watched it with my wife last night at the theater. And I curated for my wife. We watched like sort of the 6 movies that were sort of important to really enjoy Endgame.
Yeah,
and my wife enjoyed the fuck out of it. Like it was. She really liked it. Like she was sad about certain things that happened at the end, but it was like she really enjoyed it. It was a good movie for someone that is super in the Marvel universe.
That's what I was gonna say. Now that you've seen that, now you should like go back and fill in those gaps and watch the rest of the movies you haven't seen.
Yeah, no, we will. My wife is actually very interested. My wife is like, holy shit, I can't believe I didn't know about this for the last 10 years. Like my wife, the only movie she apparently watched with me, which I didn't even know she watched with me, was Doctor Strange. And and so she's like, oh, I didn't even know this whole thing existed. So now she actually kind of wants to go back and watch some of the movies.
Well, because it's funny. Sorry, go ahead.
Except Thor. She doesn't like, for some reason, she doesn't like Thor. We watched Thor Ragnarok, but she doesn't really want to watch Thor because she doesn't like Thor.
What did you say? Did you say Chris?
The second movie, Thor movie, sucked.
You know what? Okay,
Thor: The Dark World, yeah.
Yeah,
fuck.
I would say even the first one is not that great in the
Well, the
grand
first
scheme
one's
of
a
things.
backstory. I'll give it that. But the Ragnarok was good. But
You know what? The Dark World,
Ragnarok is fantastic.
Dark World didn't suck. It just wasn't as good as otherwise. It didn't suck. It had a lot of good parts, like Thor's mom dying and all that shit. And
yeah, Thor's
The
kind
first
of a
Ant-Man
character
was
like
Spoilers.
Thor's kind of a character like the Hulk, where he didn't necessarily need like 3 movies. He just like all of his character development pretty much comes through the Avengers films anyway.
Captain
So you don't
America
really need
didn't even need fucking 3 movies.
Not really, no.
yeah, but Captain America,
Captain
like the
America.
Captain America Civil War,
He
was
wears the same
basically the
fucking
Avengers
ticket.
2.5.
Well, that was
Yeah.
the thing is that like my biggest problem with that movie is it probably should not have been called Captain America. It should have just been a fucking Avengers movie. Like
Right.
it literally was an Avengers movie.
But again,
Look,
but the
very
Hulk,
first-
Hulk and Thor weren't there, so it wasn't.
Well,
like
they
all the
weren't
Avengers.
because
The
there
very
was a
first
story
Avengers
reason they
movie,
weren't.
I had a problem with because everyone else in their character costumes and roles was fine, except for Hawkeye, who wasn't wearing his gay ass purple costume.
Oh
Which
no!
really bothered me. Because honestly, if you're gonna put Captain America in an American leotard, then Hawkeye should have been in his purple costume, and that really bothered me for the first.
Now come on now. Hawkeye's
no.
like this fucking super secret assassin special agent guy. He's not gonna be wearing purple. Like that.
Yeah, like even in the
Sure.
most recent Avengers cartoon they did,
They
he's
changed him up.
yeah, he doesn't have like that. It's kind of still got some purple going on, but like that mask
I
is
get
what
it.
I'm.
It's like
I'm pretty sure you're
Wolverine.
thinking of the mask. He's got that fucking
Yeah,
mask.
that
And
What,
yeah,
Jim
it's
Carrey's the mask?
the same thing as Wolverine. Like if Wolverine had shown
Exactly.
up in the first
The yellow
X-Men
mask.
movie in the yellow and blue, some fans would have been like, "Yeah," but other people would be like, "Really? That looks fucking terrible."
And you don't want to see
like-
Jimmy. You don't want to see Jeremy Renner in a mask. You want to see his beautiful,
Sexy face.
mushed up face.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
He's not really a handsome guy.
Anybody see Hansel and Gretel?
No one saw that game.
No.
It wasn't that bad. It was him and some. It was like they're like witch hunters or some weird shit. I can't remember exactly.
I actually
He was
know
in
what you're
which
talking about, yeah.
he was in a bunch of Mission Impossibles, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's been in like the last 3 or last 2, I think.
He's not bad. He's not bad in those ones. Give him that.
No,
Jeremy Renner is a great actor. The reason he's not like considered a big leading man is just he's not that good looking. Like honestly,
he
as superficial as that sounds,
he's not terrible looking, but yeah, like he doesn't have like the
he's not terrible looking. Like,
but he doesn't have like the super chiseled like Tom Cruise or
he doesn't have
Robert
Tom
Downey.
Cruise, Brad Pitt. Like he doesn't even have like Daniel Craig, where Daniel Craig is like if you look at Daniel Craig. He's not really a handsome guy.
Chris Hemsworth.
He's just like this really
rugged,
he's this weird,
kinda...
charismatic, rugged, ugly, handsome kind of thing.
Jeremy Renner looks like
he looks dangerous, and that turns some girls on, kind of thing, with him. Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
Remember the TV show Gotham? Who plays Commissioner Gordon?
I haven't seen that show at all.
Oh, the guy from the OC.
Right? Yeah. So Jeremy Renner and him almost look identical to each other. So.
I will recommend a Jeremy Renner film if you guys haven't seen it. Wind River is fucking great.
Oh yeah, I never heard of that.
That's a great fucking film.
He was in 28 Weeks Later.
What I just watched randomly. I was going through YouTube and there was like those Vanity Fair fucking videos where it's like a certain actor talks about their career kind of shit, and it was Johnny Knoxville talking about all the injuries he's had throughout his career doing movies. And I completely forgot about it, but the most recent movie he did called Action Point. Have you guys seen that?
No, I haven't.
I think it's based on like a kind of a true story that back in the day there was like there's like a theme park, an amusement park, and they decided like we need more people. Let's like just kind of crank everything up to 11 and forget about the safety. And it's like Johnny Knoxville like legitimately fucked himself up making this movie. It's like pretty much anytime you see a stunt where you'd be like, any modern movie that would be CG or like a stunt man with all this crazy,
It's actually him.
Safety shit. No, it's him just fucking destroying himself. It's quite the movie.
So changing on to beer, almost done this beer now from IPA number 9 from Collective Arts.
IPA number 9.
Oh yeah, what do you think of that, Chris? You didn't have
actually, and as I'm going through it, I'm liking it even more as I'm drinking it.
It's not bad.
I
It's
didn't
just
like it
it's
at the front, but you know what? As I'm going through it and drinking it,
they still
I'd
haven't
buy it
gotten
again.
they still haven't gotten back to that fucking IPA number 5 Liquid Art Fest like amazing level, which they've had. It's been a while now.
They tried to with Life in the Clouds and number 8, but then everything else has just been meh.
I'm drinking Life in the Clouds right now. It's really good. I'd say it's as good as like numbers 6, 7, 8, even 9 when it's nice and fresh. Which is like, again, the collective project is supposed to be like this experimental, crazy, awesome IPA line.
I still have a can of Liquid Art Fest.
Fuck, you have to bring.
Oh, you still
I
have
was gonna say we'll all do a shot of it.
What do you mean, my can of Liquid Art Fest?
I just want to see what it looks like.
And I should point out, Lee, if you see any IPAs from these guys, just ignore it.
Okay.
Not really impressed.
Was it 1 barrel?
Where were they from?
13 barrels out of Bathurst, New Brunswick.
13 barrels.
But don't you want a barrel aged IPA? Is that the best way to go?
Nah, it's just a friggin'
I like that logo.
Have you seen this in the shelves anywhere, Nick? Gahan's Snowbird. Oh, have you? Okay.
I remember seeing
good.
them.
I actually really like that one. Like, as
Yeah, it's
far
not bad.
as goes, it's one of their better ones.
They used to come to North Bay at least like once a year.
Is that Gaham?
No, the snowbirds. It's like the Canadian
the snowbirds.
Yeah,
the actual
the super awesome flight team that like to see them live. It's actually a hell of a thing how close those planes get to each other while they're flying that fast.
I'm thinking this is named after the Anne Murray song, though. I'm just saying.
That's much less impressive. I'm sorry.
Or the actual birds themselves.
Is she still around?
Anne Murray?
Yeah, she's still alive.
Her who's the other one? Reba
McEntire.
Yeah, her. She was huge, but she had a beautiful voice.
Yeah, she was huge, but she passed away a few years ago.
She wasn't huge.
Oh, dude,
literally and figuratively, she was.
She was a big lady.
Figuratively and physically.
Reba McEntire, the country music
Rita
singer,
McNeil.
Rita McNeil. Yeah.
Oh yeah. The one you're thinking of, Chris, is not. Yeah.
And Reba McEntire is also huge, actually. Yeah.
Rita McEntire was hot back in the 80s. Anyway.
What?
Huh?
What?
I'll be right back.
What? You got to breathe in. You got to breathe in. Tell me the breathing in. What?
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Wow.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
I think Rajay's in the chat, baby. How you doing, baby doll?
What?
Black Jesus Christ.
What's up, baby doll?
He only came here because we're talking about Japanese beers.
Probably. You're always welcome. You know, you probably don't want to
make up the mix.
Yeah, just use your discretion, Rod. You know, like the adult you are, you don't hang out with all these fucking stupid
I think the fact that Greg is in his chat is the reason why he has dot at the end of it. Cheers all blank.
Cheers all, but not all, really.
Cheers,
when you
everyone.
think about it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back.
There you go. I'm in charge.
Mute yourself. I don't want to hear the farts.
Yeah, please. Or the belches.
Jesus. Okay.
We should just do this the whole time. Channel's become the fart channel.
Blah, 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 blah.
The worst ASMR ever. It's just...
As the viewers go down.
Bye, bitches.
All of you are despicable heathens.
Both viewers
Barbarians.
Oh, this is terrible.
Listen. I can only imagine what the live stream will capture on the piss up thing. You just put it on. I swear, just put it on, let it go like they did, and go for hours, and I'm sure magic will be captured at some point.
Gentlemen, pinky out.
Oh my God, his pinky's out. Pinky's out.
Here's to Queen Victoria and the Empire. May she never die.
May the grandmother from Everyone Loves Raymond 2 years ago.
May she never die. No, Mom, no.
Terrible.
Tragedy.
Ewer thinks he's fake farting, but he's actually really farting.
Okay,
No.
He's actually fine. Yeah.
that's what I was looking for.
Real
There's
fart?
Hawkeye right there.
Yeah, in the purple costume.
Yeah.
Should have been wearing it.
Jesus.
Is that a fucking mint condition card right there? Is that worth like fucking money?
It's worth nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, those Marvel cards, none of them are worth shit.
They're so
Because they came out at the same time that the comic books were doing all these foil hologram covers and shit like that, and all of those are worth nothing now, and none of the cards are worth shit either.
Nope.
They look marvelous though. So.
They do. They look great. You could sit there and cry about how you wasted your youth collecting them.
They really need a Hulk versus Wolverine movie. I'm just saying.
They should. That would be cool.
That
Oh,
be
I
awesome.
have
If they
that.
hyped it up enough, that would fucking really.
Well, you know what?
fucking viewers.
Spoilers: Hulk survives Endgame, so
What
they
the
could still
fuck?
make Hulk movies. They could still make Hulk movies, and if they want to bring Wolverine back in, since they have the rights to him now, they could have Wolverine versus Hulk. They could do some, early Hulk stuff, like where he goes to the Antarctic and
There we go.
tries
Mark
to kill his ass. And
Mark Ruffalo is still under contract for one more appearance as Hulk.
there you go. Do Hulk versus Wolverine then.
Now this one's Gray Hulk though.
I'm actually really curious to see who
Grey Hulk that has to
eventually
have human
replaces
brain
Hugh
in
Jackman
the
as Wolverine.
Yeah,
It's going to be interesting.
Hmm.
Grey Hulk down. Grey Hulk
Gray,
down.
Gray Hulk was Mr. Fix-It. He wasn't called the Hulk.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was doing weird detective stuff.
Yeah, it was really, really weird. I have
English.
I have a HeroClix of him.
A what?
It's a miniatures game. They're like all little guys and like they're
Oh, I
basic.
know. Yeah.
It's fun. I spent way too much money on it, just like Magic cards.
Yeah, just like all this shit.
But yeah, Hulk versus Wolverine. Do it in the fucking winter landscape. Bring in the fucking Wendigo
in the
even.
daylight, so you can actually see what the fuck.
There's still so many storylines and characters that because people thought when the Guardians of the Galaxy movie came out, they were almost completely unknown to the majority of people, and the movie did amazing. It was like a giant phenomenon kind of thing. So anybody saying, "Oh, this character's too obscure, it could never work," like when the next phase of Marvel comes out, the question right now people have, who's going to be the next big bad guy? Yes. And I saw one thing that somebody suggested Kang the Conqueror. I think that'd be awesome. And then a couple comments are like, that wouldn't work. Nobody knows who he is.
No,
it's nobody really knew who Thanos was, and now he's like a household name.
Something to do with the Collector and the Immortals. Everything's going into the Immortals world, apparently, from what I've seen. And there's going to be there's actually I did watch a YouTube video about whatever the next 5 Marvel movies that are going to be coming out or that are slated to come out. One of them is going to be an Asian guy who's based on kind of like a Bruce Lee kind of thing.
Who is he?
He's going to have his own thing. I can't remember his name. And then there's
is it Iron Fist? It's not Iron Fist, is it?
No, it's not Iron Fist. And then they've got no, he's going to be the first Asian, kind of like Black Panther, where they used the first black guy in the main.
But who is he? What the fuck movie is it?
I'll look.
You can't say you watch this thing and not remember that fucking key detail. That's horrible.
No, but there's a whole bunch of it. And then
so judgy.
what's
I can't.
Scarlett Johansson's character, Black Widow. They're gonna have a second movie. They're gonna have her own movie. That's coming
Yeah,
up.
people are assuming it's probably going to be an origin movie. I think.
Most likely. Immortals
Wow.
is going to be pretty big, and that's going to be another one like Guardians of the Galaxy. Nobody knows who these people
Yes.
are, and they're going to have their own.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
I
and
see
then
you.
Sony's making that Morbius movie now too, which is going to be kind of like Venom, where it's like
I hear you.
a Spider-Man villain that's probably not going to feature
I
Spider-Man.
see you there. You're trying to wake me up on the fucking. Boo, 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 boo.
Oh, he's fucking drunk.
Oh God. I think he might have done 2 Thomas Hardys and maybe a little too quickly.
A few Thomas Hardys and maybe some chasers.
Actually, one of the big things going to probably happen with the MCU is like now Disney owns the rights to the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. I am really hoping they do a good Fantastic Four movie.
Well, you could make fucking Doctor Doom the next big fucking villain if you wanted to.
Because he's generally the villain of the Fantastic Four, but no, he's been like the big bad guy in a couple big storylines.
Phoenix
so
is
yeah,
coming out soon too, right? So you've got that one with Jean Grey being
that's still in that other fucking universe. Like, that still isn't tied into that universe just needs to die. It needs to die.
I'm kind of assuming they're gonna just drop that from the continuity of it altogether.
Gambit movie.
They could blend everything in.
The Gambit movie is apparently still coming out.
You taking off?
Yeah.
Oh,
cheers, Craig. Have a good one, sir.
Have a good night.
Speak to you soon. Cheers.
I found an article right here. It's like Gambit's coming in 2020. Black Widow to be determined 2020. The Eternals to be determined 2020.
I said Immortals. I meant Eternals.
Black Panther 2 to be determined.
Oh, God.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which after watch Endgame, and there's kind of like some hype for Guardians 3.
There's some stuff they can do. Yeah.
Doctor Strange 2.
Yeah.
Into the Spider-Verse 2.
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah.
What the hell's that?
I never saw the first Spider.
And here we go.
The animated Into the Spider-Verse. That's great. Fucking watch it.
I heard it's awesome. I want to watch it.
It is fucking amazing.
Very agreedly. And here we go. This is what Chris was talking about. Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi.
Marvel Studios has fast-tracked a movie based on the character Shang-Chi. He'd be Marvel's first Asian superhero to get a solo film. Tap 2 up-and-coming filmmakers, Dave Callum, who wrote Wonder Woman, and blah blah blah. It doesn't really say who he. I don't know who he is. I'm grabbing my Marvel encyclopedia.
Yeah, I've never heard of him.
Let's see. We'll see. Just how
the new Spider-Man movie coming out.
Just how popular he is. I got my
The Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
the new one, Away from Home or Far from Home or whatever the fuck.
He's dead.
When he goes on a European road trip. And
you think he's dead, Ashley?
Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Well, I mean, come on, you do not know this. Like they're making another Spider-Man movie, you know.
Look,
Samuel L. Jackson.
Look, he's in here.
There he is.
Shang-Chi.
Okay.
He isn't in here. So what has he got here? His occupation: he's a former secret agent and a fisherman.
Oh, that's great.
He's 5 feet 10 inches tall, 175 pounds, brown eyes, black hair. Doesn't say anything about his powers. Shang-Chi is the greatest living master of Kung Fu. He is also highly skilled in many other mental and physical disciplines. Although he has no superhuman powers, he has defeated superpowered enemies. So it could be
Batman.
It's going to be a Marvel version of like a Bruce Lee movie kind of thing.
Pretty much.
It could be good.
Yeah, put him against Silver Samurai or some shit. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. It'll be good.
Yeah, because they fucked him up in that Wolverine movie a little bit.
I disagree. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, I like the movie. Just Silver Samurai wasn't done quite right. Venom 2 apparently is coming out, which is I'm down for that. I liked Venom.
Would you guys
Morbius? And that's it.
Would you guys ever want to see them completely redo X-Men? Just like erase everything X-Men and just start again?
Yes,
I could live with it.
No.
Yeah,
100%.
I don't, because I don't want to see a third fucking version of it.
I think they'd be on version 4.
No, like to do it right, where Rogue is actually like
Smoking
most
hot, yeah.
badass OP like Rogue
Yeah.
in the remember the cartoon? Rogue was fucking crazy. She
Shit,
was like,
yeah.
and like in the movies, were like the first one she tried to kind of have that southerny Cajun-y accent, and then the next one is just like no, Anna Paquin, stop, just don't even try anymore.
It's like I don't care. You look hot. I don't give a shit.
There's so like the X-Men 1 and 2, I actually I could watch them to this day and kind of get some enjoyment. But past those ones, well, and I guess I'd say once they started again, First Class is okay, Days of Future Past is okay, but they're not the level of like the actual Marvel
No, they really
Studios
aren't.
movies.
And I mean, the thing is, they're not really reboots, because I mean they did do the Apocalypse thing, which kind of tied everything together.
Yeah, even that right there, like that was Apocalypse was not well done.
No, that was terrible.
Again, like
they
go
did
back,
about as good as they could, though, with all this shit.
Yes and no. Go back to the cartoon again and think of like Apocalypse was like.
Well, I'm not going to compare it to other versions of X-Men. I'm just saying, like, to try to tie everything together, they did a fairly good job.
Yeah, I just he didn't look right, he didn't sound right. He just
I don't give a fuck about that stuff. Like I'm just saying the movie itself at least tried to tie like the original couple X-Men films together with the new version of it. And
I'll
make
give you
it all
that was cool how they did try to they tried, but ultimately kind of failed at like bringing all the continuity and shit together.
So
the best scene in the whole revamped X-Men is when Xavier walks into the bar and Logan's sitting at the bar and he tells him to fuck off. That was the best fucking scene.
That got cheers when I saw that. That was
awesome.
yeah.
And this
well,
is
you know what?
a cameo that we didn't even fucking expect.
Yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
But Hugh Jackman did the other cameo,
yep.
where he out of nowhere in a PG movie came out as like fucking Weapon X and fucked shit up. Like there was so much blood. Like that was one of the most hardcore scenes I've seen in a PG movie.
So much blood.
I want to say that was probably my like hardcore
and
best.
Now
like
no
holy
more blood
fuck!
in any Disney movie.
Hey, Ashley, I got a question for you about the share.
No, there's blood.
Yeah,
He left.
Oh, you were left.
So
I got a question about the share.
You asshole.
Trolly bastard.
So
you know what's
What a
funny? Like
prick.
talking about no blood, that is something I noticed rewatching all the movies. When when Hela comes in Thor Ragnarok and she wipes out like the entire Asgardian army, there is zero blood. But then when in Avengers Infinity War, in the beginning of it, when they're all like lying on the ship and stuff, all the Asgardians, there's a fair bit of like kind of blood. Like it looks kind of a little bit gory, like Thor's all fucked up and stuff, and everyone's like
It's all MPAA shit. It's like you can't see like blood spraying from people, but as far as the aftermath, it's fine. It's so fucked up and stupid. But I mean, like, who needs blood? Like X-Men 2, the scene where Wolverine fucks up all those SWAT guys who invade the mansion.
Yep.
There was no blood, but goddamn, that was violent. Like that was awesome.
Yeah. But one of my biggest issues with movies like that is, or in like that one especially, kind of like that awesome scene, but to not even like don't show blood spraying and stuff, but he's stabbing all these guys, and his claws at no point have blood on them. Like at least give us a bit of that. Like even in some of the new Marvel movies and stuff, like you see, like I feel like a lot of times they use aliens like as the enemies. Or robots, kind of. So and the blood
movies always do that.
Blood is green, so it's okay. But and occasionally, in a couple of newer ones, you see a stab, and the knife comes out, and it actually has blood on it, which like it should. It's not. I don't know. Like they're not making the movies for like infants, like anybody who's.
And this is why Deadpool came around.
And that's what I was going to say. I would love to see X-Men done in this
Deadpool style.
Like, yeah, I mean, not like with the comedy and shit like that, but like just with that type of lens.
X-Men has some good comedy though. It does, like not Deadpool levels.
I know what Ashley's saying. Yeah. I mean, you know what? You're gonna bring. Let's pretend they do a reboot of X-Men again for the 17th time. That's fine. But if they do it right, where the
this would only be the third time.
where the mutants are actually learning their powers, and say fucking Nightcrawler morphs like, teleports into somebody's body by accident and the body explodes, then let that happen. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
kind of shit.
Yeah.
Where they're learning. Sure, people are gonna die, but that's just the way it is.
I do remember-
Is
I
that
do
the way that would
remember-
happen, or would
yeah,
Nightcrawler
I-
and him merge, or would like he die, or like what would actually?
No, I
happen?
mean it's not a merging thing. It's not like he's phasing into people or something. You'd teleport into somebody's space and just
Well,
like.
no, I don't mean
explode
like
that person.
merge like and become a different person. I mean like he'd merge with their
You just
atoms,
No,
and they'd
it's
probably
not
both
Star
die.
Trek.
boom, boom.
Maybe, who knows? But yeah, some of the X-Men comics I do remember were pretty dark stuff. I mean, when you think about it, it's a group of people who are being hounded and chased and looked down
And they're
upon by
protecting them.
everybody in society.
But dude, even the Fantastic Four, there's like in the comics, like Sue Storm with her force field powers, she has used those force field powers to like fucking rip people apart and shit when it gets down to like the nitty gritty, like the wire. Like it's the
Mhm.
like almost any Marvel comic, you can go like find the dark, crazy ones. Like we're gonna make this. Like we're gonna make an R-rated Guardians movie. We're gonna make an R-rated Thor movie, R-rated Captain America movie. You could do it with any of them.
Yep, absolutely.
Like
Yeah, but
there's it's probably something that I'm like.
still, weirdly enough, the R rating is seen as something that would negatively affect box office, so they don't do it.
Again, like Deadpool, I feel like kind of opened some eyes on that.
The only thing that saved Deadpool and for not going fucking way overboard was all the humor. And that's the way I see it. If it was super dark and Deadpool wasn't funny, it was totally serious, it wouldn't have made it past the fucking censor.
It still would have been a good movie, but yeah, it wouldn't have made nearly as much. Like no, because like and like all the stuff that happened leading up to Deadpool. Like I remember watching that leaked footage they did. It was they put it into the movie almost exactly where he like is on the bridge and then jumps down into the cars and does that shit. That was like a leaked test footage thing they did years ago.
Yeah.
And I saw that and it was like, this movie needs to fucking happen. This is amazing. And a bunch of people saw it, and Ryan Reynolds was like all about it because he was among the many people that did not like the Deadpool portrayal in the goddamn Wolverine Origins movie.
Oh yeah.
Because like that was just that whole movie pretty much was just fucking.
Origins was terrible.
Oranges.
And the funniest thing is, like, it was supposed to be
Oranges.
it was supposed to be the first in a series of Origins movies,
Oranges.
but they fucked it up so bad. They're like, we're not doing this again. No, bad idea.
Bad.
Although Gambit is coming, so we'll see what happens with that.
I was upset with their in the Deadpool the latest Deadpool one, their portrayal of X-Force. Like
I agree. Like it was like all built up and stuff, and it was gonna be all, and then like they
they
just
all died off. Like in like 5 minutes, they're all like dead. I'm like, oh man.
Brad Pitt for like 1 second on screen, like that was fucking glorious. It really was. It was horrible, but at the same time, like it was fucking awesome. It really was.
Mm.
And at the end, when he gets the time shit, and well, that's going to be an interesting thing to see too. Next Deadpool movie did all the stuff he did with the time thing. Because who died that he brought back?
Spoilers.
Oh shit.
We've been spoiled. Anybody here not seen Deadpool 2 at this point?
I have not. I haven't seen Deadpool 2.
Fuck you, Nick. What the hell?
I actually want to too.
You should. You can download it in. I'm assuming not a lot of time.
They all die. Then everyone comes back to life.
I think I have it on Crave or something.
Oh.
Well, you know what? I'm glad we didn't spoil one thing. The big awesome character who shows up kind of about two-thirds through the way of the movie.
Yep.
That Cable or something.
No, Cable's a big part of the movie. You know who he is from the trailer. It's somebody not in the trailer. You don't know who he is. Please, nobody spoil it right now. But when he comes out, and the way he goes down, and Colossus in the movie is fucking gold. He's great. He's done better. Like Colossus was in the first X-Men movie
The
for 2
original
seconds.
Oh, so bad.
And he's like, he got the guys to safety. Like, you can use me, blah, blah, blah. No, it was the second one, sorry. When they were getting invaded, when the house is getting invaded.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
But yeah, he was no accent. It was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
In Deadpool 1 and 2, they do Colossus right, man.
They do.
It's almost just like he was in that fucking X-Men cartoon. It's so good.
Big, dopey Russian.
But just the biggest heart. He's the nicest, fucking most awesome guy. Like you'd want to have him as a friend. Like he's got your back. You got nothing to worry about, kind of thing.
He's a big dopey Russian.
It's like trying to make eat your vitamins and have a protein bar and all this. Like he's so thoughtful. He's got a big heart.
Just moving forward with the whole Marvel universe, it would be nice to see them maybe implement some of the TV or the HBO or whatever fucking the Netflix guys like Daredevil, Luke Cage.
Well, apparently they've talked about something with one of those shows being I don't know if it's rebooting it or if they're continuing it on that new Disney streaming service. One of the ones from Netflix has been, I think, my Daredevil or Punisher or one of them.
Daredevil's done.
Is it
if anything? Yeah, if anything, it might be.
I haven't watched the last season. Did it end on like an end? Did it end on like an end?
No,
what was
I
that?
saw last season.
Maybe, what did you say?
Maybe the actual Defenders.
There's a Loki TV show coming out. Did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah. It's
on the Netflix.
I'm not sure what service is coming out on, but I've heard it's happening. And again, like watch Endgame, and there's like an interesting thing in Endgame that kind of possibly alludes to like where that show might start.
All right, I'm going to go see it next week. My 13-year-old daughter, who never watched any of the fucking Marvel things,
I recommend download it first. Download it, watch it once first, so you can like get the story. Because that's what I've already watched like 4 times, my downloaded version, because it's so good. But like when I go to the theater, which I'm going to do, I can just like enjoy kind of everything else and just like get the whole like oh my god of it kind of shit. I'm looking forward to that. And there's the copy I got is actually really quite impressive for coming out like before it even was available like worldwide in theaters. It was like somebody was at one of the premieres and got it, obviously.
There you go.
Crazy shit.
What? I was just watching that fucking guy on Jeopardy. He just won again.
Oh, the one the guy won a whole bunch of shit.
Oh my god, he's up to $1.5 million.
Yep.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm. No, Greg's back.
Greg is back. All right.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so who lasts longer? Alex Trebek?
Everybody.
James Holhauser.
Yeah.
Sing the whole song, Nick.
Greg is back. All right.
No, no. Everybody back again.
I'm drinking an almost nuclear from Trailway.
Brothers, sisters, everybody say.
I am down to my last.
Is it gonna bring the flavor? Show you how, and then I think that's all I know.
Good.
It was so overplayed on Much Music back in the day when that video came out.
A lot of that crap was overplayed when Much Music when it came out. Back when Much Music actually played music.
Back when
does it actually still exist?
Oh yeah,
sure Much is still around.
But I don't think they play again. It's just like MTV. They don't actually play music videos anymore.
There's more money in having TV shows.
That is so sad. So basically, music videos, they just exist for the sole purpose of YouTube.
Pretty much. There's no.
It's literally just called. TV service. It's just the channel is just called Much right now.
There you go.
It's not even Much Music. It's not much something. It's just Much.
Mud air.
Fucking
Mud air.
Yeah, like her. It's just called Much.
I gotta let the dog go for a pee. I'll be back.
Oh, finally he shuts up.
Oh, you're an asshole.
I know. He doesn't talk the whole evening, and now he starts talking. And it's an interesting conversation about shit that I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Greg, how you doing there, buddy?
How you doing, Greg? Greggy? How you doing, little Greggy?
Are you alive?
Greg? Greg? Greg?
Greg.
Greg! Oh, fuck. Greg.
Is Lee there? Or is Lee gone?
I don't know. I had to get that out of my system. Sorry. Greg.
Agnes.
It's gonna be like 20 minutes of us just sounding like bullfrogs, like Greg.
And this is still live. How
Yeah,
about we offline?
Well, yeah, right now it's just me and you. I think we'll do. There's only 6 people watching, and we're losing viewers every minute. So, all right, I gotta take this offline in case Greg comes back. It does happen to wake up from being passed out right now after drinking all that Glenmorangie and whatever else he was drinking. Blanchard.
Thomas Hardy.
Thomas Hardy.
Chris Peters
Yeah,
killed those
true.
women.
You killed all those.
Exactly. Greg killed this woman.
Fucking murderer, Chris Peters.
Yeah.